Hello, it's Tony here from Teaching Techniques, Tips and Tools, and today I'd like to show you how to set up a self-assessment activity for your learners within PowerPoint. This is a little example of how it could work. So pose a question, we give a choice of various answers, and then the learner can identify which they believe is the correct answer. You can even choose an area within an image. So, how do we do this? So I've got a slide here to show you how to set it up. The first thing I'm going to do is go to Insert. I'm going to insert a shape. Now I'm going to format that shape just to make it look how I would like it to look. So now I'm happy with those boxes which the learners are going to tick. I need to create the crosses and the tick. So again, go to Insert, Shapes. Just going to look for a cross. To look for the tick, I'm going to Icons. Okay, and finally I need to create a freeform shape around the cat's paws. To do this, go to Insert, Shapes, choose the squiggle shape, and you just draw around the area you want your learners to select. I'm going to do it twice, each paw. Right, now that shape, I just need to put some fill in it. The next thing that I'm going to point out is that you can actually right click on these shapes and go to Edit Points, and then if they're slightly out of shape you can move them about, just to show you that you can do this. Okay, the next thing to do is to make these transparent so that they can't be visible, but they're still there. Right, I forgot to take off the line from this one, so I'll just quickly do that. No line. There we go, now it's completely transparent. Now what we need to do is animate these shapes. But just before you animate them, what we need to do is just go into Animations, and we need to name them all. So to name the shapes, you need to go into Selection Pane, and the easiest way to find Selection Pane is to type it in the Tell Me box up there. So Selection Pane, and now I need to name all of these shapes I've created. So I'm just going to call this one Box 1 and work my way through. As I click on the object or the shape, it appears across here slightly darkened out, so you know which one I'm referring to. Okay, I now need to create some call outs for these paws. and type in. Just double click. Okay, I now just need to name these callouts and then I'll be ready to set up the animations. So to set up the animations, we go into Animation, select an object, and when we want it, you choose your animation of choice, make an animation of choice. I'm trying to think, which animation do I want? That's it, peek in. Now what we need to do is go to Triggers, and this is the whole reason we've just labelled everything, because we want that one to go on the click off and it'd be the answer box 1. So we call it answer or box 1. And I'm just going to run through all these animations like this now. So the tick is going to be peek in, trigger, on the click of box 2. Okay, so all the animations are set up. So now what I'm going to do is check they work. So if we go to slideshow, current slide, let's have a go, and we can tick them in or select them in any order. So let's just try the pause. Now that's a useful exercise because I forgot to put them in place. So now I go back and put these where I want them to appear when the learner selects the box. I'll just quickly show you. Now, perfect. So that's how you set up the animations. The next thing that I want to point out is that in transitions it's really important that you ensure this box here on mouse click is not ticked. So you can choose any animation between between the slides you prefer, but you mustn't have that ticked, because if it is ticked, if the learner selects anywhere within the slide, they will be moved automatically onto the next slide before they're ready. So by making sure that's not ticked, they will only move to the next slide when they choose to. So the next thing that I need to tell you is how to save it. So if you save this in a normal PowerPoint presentation and give it to your learners, they will see all the workings down the sides and the answers. So we need to save it as a presentation only. And this is very simple to do. You just go into File, Save As, and then when you see File Format, you go to PowerPoint Show, which is ppsx. And then if you give the learners that version of the presentation, it will open straight up in the presentation and they can use it as a self-assessment activity. I hope you found that useful.